Hey guys, Mike from MacDonald.com here. And are you struggling with making sales in your business, or maybe you're looking for an effective way to get better at sales? Well, today's video I'm going to cover how to become a great salesperson in 9 simple steps, so stay tuned. Now, one thing to really understand before I even get into the steps is that sales is a learnable skill. You know, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that being good at sales is somehow that you're born with it, or you need like the gift of gab, or you need to be an extrovert, and all those things are not really the case. The key is that it's a learnable skill and anybody can do it. I know for me, when I first joined the industry of sales, I was an introverted, shy, socially awkward video game nerd, right? I guess I'm still a video game nerd, but what's cool is you don't have to be extroverted. You don't have to be that super outgoing personality to become successful in sales. And when you follow these 9 steps I'm going to cover in today's video, you can get great at sales. So the first thing that you want to do is to actually know your product and understand it. You know, a lot of people make this mistake. You know, they join a business, they get started with a company, they start promoting a product, and they really know absolutely nothing about it. They've never used it for themselves. They haven't tried it. They don't even own it, right? They don't know the features, and most importantly, they don't know the benefits. Because one thing to understand is that people buy on the benefits and how it's going to help them, not on the amazing features of the product or whatever it is that you're selling. So one thing to really understand is knowing what's in it for your customer, what's in it for your buyer, not necessarily the amazing great features of your product. Certainly that's important to know that stuff, but focus on the benefits and how it actually helps people and increases the value in their life versus just the great features of your product. The second thing that you want to do and focus on to be great in sales is knowing your niche and knowing your target market. One reason why a lot of people struggle in sales is that they're focused on pitching their product, pitching their business, pitching their services just to anything that moves, right? You may have heard of the 3-foot rule before. Talk to anybody that you see, anybody that moves, and that's great. That can certainly, you know, bring in sales when you do that, but a much better idea that's going to allow you to increase sales and get better results is actually talking to your niche, talking to your target market, and talking to the right people. Because again, when you market and try and sell to everyone, you're really marketing to no one. So you need to focus in on your specific niche, on your target market, because when you learn about that, you know where they hang out, what their problems are, what their pain points are, what their goals are, and it's going to make it a lot easier to actually sell your business, your products and services to those people versus just randomly approaching anything that moves, right? The third thing that you want to do is actually have a sales system in place. You know, a lot of people go into sales and they just kind of wing it. It's all just trial and error, right? There's not really a set process in place, and you don't want to do that, right? You want to follow a step-by-step system, because when you do that, it actually works, right? There's a process to it. It's not just making everything up as you go. You want to follow a step-by-step process for selling. So the first aspect with that is like an opening and actually building rapport with the person, learning about them, finding their needs and wants. The next step from there is going to be actually transitioning by asking the right questions and seeing if they're open to what you have, seeing if you can provide a solution to their problem, right? So throughout that intro, that rapport building stage, you're asking more probing questions, you're learning about them, and then from that point, when you find a need, a want, a pain point, or a goal, you simply ask them if they're open to solving that, right? So you might say something along the lines of, hey, I couldn't help it over here when you were talking. Sounds like you were frustrated with your weight loss. Maybe you're spending a lot of time in the gym and just not seeing a lot of results, based on what you're telling me. I can't promise anything, but I'm just curious if I could show you a way to lose weight faster without having to spend hours in the gym. Would you be open to checking it out? Right? So that could be an example if you promoted like health and wellness or nutrition or weight loss. So the idea is to ask more probing questions, build rapport, learn about them, and then ask a transition question, which actually leads into the next step, which is going to be your sales presentation. So talking about your product, your service, your business, again, whatever it is. going through that process. And then finally, when that's done, the last step is actually closing or asking for the sale, right? So asking someone to get started. One of the major reasons salespeople struggle or people aren't successful in sales, they don't even ask people to buy starting off, right? Or they say the wrong things, or they talk themselves out of the sale, right? So learning how to close is an important step and the last step in that sales process. The fourth thing that you want to do, though, is to actually sell through education. It's going to help you become an expert, positioning yourself that you know what you're talking about. And at the same time, everybody loves to buy, but they hate being sold. So when you focus on education rather than, hype and all the great features of your product, right? When you lead with what's in it for them, you lead with value first, you educate someone on the benefits of your product, your service, you teach them why they need your product and service, and here's how they're going to use it, right? When you come from that standpoint of more of a consultant and an education background and teaching them something, teaching them how to do something better, you're going to make a lot more sales and increase your results. The fifth step is actually becoming an expert. I talked about that a little bit, but it's really the idea that as you put more content out into the marketplace, you continue to provide value to people, you're going to develop that expert status. On top of that, you actually want to become an expert and know what you're talking about, right? So don't expect to just jump into sales and be super successful overnight. It's a process. Like I said, it's a skill set that you can learn and develop. So you're going to continue to work on yourself. Again, match and model. Find people that have what you want. Do what they do long enough and you can get that same result. So find other people that are great in sales, research people, read books, attend courses, go to seminars, watch YouTube videos, listen to audio trainings, right? All the information's out there. It's a skill set that many people have mastered and gotten good at. So you can just match and model and copy what they've done and improve on it yourself and develop that skill set. So become an expert, focus on your own personal development, your own growth, and continue to get better every single day and work on yourself and become that expert. The sixth step is actually to master your sales presentation, right? So, I talked about it in kind of the process that you walk people through. Your presentation is very important, but on top of that, you don't necessarily have to follow your company's cookie cutter presentation, right? It's usually very good, right? But at the same time, you want to focus it in on who you're actually presenting to. So the more that you can customize it to the specific person that you're talking to, the better. And that's why it's important in that first step of the process to build that rapport, ask more questions, learn more about that person, because as you go through your sales presentation, you can customize it to their specific problems, to their goals, their needs, their want, helping them avoid specific pain points. And that's ideally what you want to do throughout your sales presentation. So again, obviously practice your sales presentation, maybe without live people, right? A lot of salespeople make the mistake of the only time they ever do their presentation or go over it or work on it is when they're actually live in front of someone presenting their business. And that's great. That's cool. You can learn that way. But at the same time, you should probably go in prepared with the presentation in advance before you're actually meeting with live people. Now, at the same time, don't wait for perfection, right? You're never going to make any sales if you don't take any action. So certainly meet with people, go through that process. That's part of the learning curve as well that you go through, but definitely practice beforehand. So again, practice and then listen to what your potential customer needs and wants, their problems are, integrate that into your presentation, and always have a central focus on what's in it for them. Think about the benefits, think of how you can help them, how you can serve them, how you can help them get better results with your business, your product and services, and that's one of the key foundations to a successful sales presentation. The seventh step is to stop looking to blame others for your lack of success. One thing that I find a lot of people do is they don't ever take personal responsibility for their own results. So if you're struggling, if you're not where you want to be, look in the mirror, figure out what it is that you're doing different than those successful people that are crushing it, and learn and adapt and move forward, right? So stop looking to blame other people. Oh, it's the time of year, or it's the holidays, or, maybe when school's out, things will be better, or the economy's not doing good, or whatever the case might be. Take that personal responsibility and make a decision that you're not going to let those things dictate your success or failure, right? So again, look on the inside, take personal development, continue to work on yourself, continue to take consistent action, and stop playing the blame game and looking for excuses, and you're going to be a great salesperson. The 8th step I have for you is to stop trying to convince people that aren't actually interested in open. This is one of the biggest things I find people struggle with when it's like network marketing or affiliate marketing, or they start their own home business, is that basically they just have the mindset that they need to convince everyone, or they need to prospect everyone for their business. And I get, building rapport, asking more questions, seeing if there's a need or want. Awesome, definitely do that with everybody you run into. But again, just understand that not everyone is a good fit for your business, and your job in sales is not to convince people that aren't interested, that aren't open, right? Somebody's like, I sell meat, but I can't get these vegetarians to buy. What do I need to say to them to get them to buy my steaks? They don't even eat meat, so they're probably not going to buy from you, right? But a lot of times people have that same mindset when it comes to their business, right? They're like, oh, my friend doesn't like nutrition supplements. What do I say to them to get them to buy? They don't like it, so why would they buy, right? Or again, this guy doesn't like to travel at all. How can I, convince him to join my travel business? Obviously, he's not a good fit, right? If he doesn't like to travel. So, keep that in mind. Stop trying to convince people that aren't actually interested and open to your products and services. Actually go out there and find people that are, and those are the people that you should be selling to. So stop trying to convince everyone and just sell to the people that are actually interested and open, that have needs and wants and goals that your product and service can solve. And finally, the last step for you is to actually learn how to generate quality leads for your business, right? A lot of times I find people, when they get started in their own home business or network marketing or affiliate marketing, or they're in sales again, basically what happens is they feel that they run out of people to talk to, right? A lot of businesses will teach you, talk to your friends and family, people that you know, and that's a great place to start, because typically people are going to do business with those that they know, like, and trust. And so with your friends and family, people that that's already established, so it can be a great foundation to build from, but it's not necessarily going to dictate your success long term. So with that in mind, one of the crucial skill sets to being a great salesperson is learning how to actually generate targeted leads for your business and for your offers. And so, obviously that's a little hard or a little much to go through in a quick video here, but I actually put together a free lead generation bootcamp to walk you through the tools and systems and the processes you need to actually start generating targeted leads for your business. So I actually put a link below this video where you can access that free lead generation bootcamp to teach you how to start generating quality leads for your business. So again, head on to the description below this video to access to that, or you can also head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/5-day coaching. Again, that's coachmikemcdonald.com/5-day coaching to start to learn how to generate targeted leads for your business. But on top of that, hopefully you guys got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. Let me know in the comments if there's other tips you have for improving your sales results and getting great at sales. Definitely let me know in the comments below. Also, feel free to subscribe to our channel here and turn on those bell notifications to get more tips and training to help you build a profitable business from home. But again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.